Hello beautiful people, happy new moon. I had to do this. But yeah, I've tried a whole lot of new things, and today is the first live session I'm doing with my accessories and my new accessory. And yeah, and my brand new cards. So I really need to know whether you can hear me because I'm also trying something completely new, so I don't know whether the audio is coming through. So if anybody is there and somebody could tell me if you can hear me, it would be super. Can you hear me? Hi Bhushan, how are you? Happy new moon. Can you hear me? Or can I only be seen? Because if you can't hear me, I need to change the headset. So can anybody hear me? So today I have kind of made notes so to be able to kind of keep it a little compact. Ruchi, hi baby, can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Hi, hi. No, you can't hear me? Okay, I am getting a little confused. Oh, you can hear me, thank you. Because I've just tried, I tried using the hands-free instead of the headset, so I was like, I was wondering whether. Hi Nikhil, how are you? Arey, you were supposed to call me, what happened? Thank you. So then I'll while I'm waiting for other people to come online, let me just do one Christmas song because this year I've not done carol singing, I've not done anything of that sort. So I might as well. How many of you know, can I bring somebody on and somebody wants to sing Silent Night with me? Or can I sing that on my own right now? Okay, I'll sing for you all today. Sure. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. God, how I miss my school days. School used to be about all big carols at this time, right? And then we were all like, school ki chuttiyan chalu hongi. But today is the new moon, and so it's a completely brand new phase. It's the finale of 2020. I don't know, when is the next, when is the full moon now? Just give me a second, let me check. I have everything all over the place. So, anybody with, when is the next full moon? Anyway, so today is a new moon, which means light now hands over to darkness. So for the last 15 days, everybody has been enjoying the fact that a lot of good things have happened. So whatever has happened till today has been part of the gift of light into your life. And today we go back to creating intentions with darkness and therefore bring that into light. So this darkness has a lot of manifesting energy because unlike popular belief, darkness belongs to growth. So things grow in the darkness. So whatever you sow in the darkness grows with darkness and then comes into the light. All seeds are sowed in darkness and then comes into the light. Just for everybody who's in India, the new moon is at 9:46 p.m. which also translates to 21:46 hours. And therefore 9 is the number of choices and changes, 4 is power, 6 is gratitude, and therefore it is your choices and changes ideally in the new moon should be built or based on power, gratitude. It's a beautiful set of numbers, and today for some strange reason everything that is being explained or told to me is being told in numbers. So I'm kind of liking that because I prefer the new moon to the full moon because full moon is a time to kind of sit back and see what is happening. New moon is a time to actually start seeding things. So if there is somebody looking for a job, looking for a change, looking for the next steps in the relationship, I think this is a very good time to start thinking and talking about it. You can either be doing that to yourself, for yourself, or you can be doing this with other people, but use the new moon energy to your benefit. And while I'm doing this, happy birthday to my beautiful friend Vandana Batra, who celebrates her 42nd today. I'm so proud of her and I love her. And so all of you all can just go and search for Vandana Batra on Facebook and just wish her. My little darling has had a very hard a couple of days and a couple of months, but I guess we can all just cheer her up a little bit by wishing her coming back to the new moon. So new moon is a time for you to do a lot of your inner work. New moons are more about inner work. Full moons are about outer work. And like I think I explained to you in the last video, that we are now in that transition from masculine to feminine dominion, and I still know that a lot of people get stuck with it. But yeah, it is, everything is going from the non-physical to the physical, and then from the physical to the non-physical, which is the circle of life. So today the idea of doing this session was mainly so that before the year ends, I do a few new things and seed a few new ideas, and be in a brand new place and space with all you guys, and share this space, and also share some of the fantastic insights that I have been receiving and I have been working on. So in the last couple of weeks, I have been working with a lot of new people and on a multitude of projects that right now are in that seeding stage. So these are projects that are now based in thought and are going to transition, I think, by mid 21 into things. So right now they are in the process of being thoughts, and I've seeded all these thoughts beginning from the full moon till I think about day before yesterday, because yesterday was a day of transition again, and therefore it is not so. And also the other thing is that another big energy shift will happen on the 22nd or 23rd, when we shift from Sagittarius to Capricorn. Sagittarius is the 9th house, so therefore 9 is also the number of choices and changes, and therefore now is a very good time to be working with all the choices you have and allowing the changes to happen. So right now you're only in the phase of making choices. You will also understand that right now what seems to be hugely relevant, or you notice a push and pull, is in a lot of relationships. So there are two cardinal relationships that you work on. There is one which is an internal relationship, you with yourself, which is the most important relationship that you will be working with right through your whole life. And then there is you with the planet, with the world, with people, with things around you. And while I'm speaking to you, there's a lot of emphasis on understanding the difference between the masculine concept of relationships and the feminine concept of relationships. And so I'm going to give you a quick one on that. Masculine relationships are need-based relationships, are physical-based relationships, and so I need you, and therefore I do what it takes to ensure that you are on my side. That makes it a masculine relationship. However, when I am supporting you energetically and praying with you, praying for you, but allowing you to do what you need to do, then that is a feminine-based relationship. Also, there is the other thing, but it also came out in my blog while I was writing today. So there is 1 is feminine, 2 is masculine, 3 is human, and that is us. Correct? And human beings are divided into man and woman, so do not mix up masculine and feminine with male and female. It is not the same thing. However, just to help us understand better, it is easier to speak of masculine and feminine in he and she, but know that we're talking about the larger energy, not physical people. When I started, I used to get very confused because I thought it was about physical people, and then I got corrected. So yeah, I'm grateful that I got corrected. So again, I'm repeating that 9 and 10, you're in the 9th house of astrology, which is Sagittarius, and because it's Sagittarius, you have a lot of choices and changes that will happen. you kind of mirror that with the date, right? So today we're on the 14th. 1 is feminine, 4 is power, correct? So today is a combination of 1 and 4, which is power, and feminine power means the power of emotion. So today you could be picking up a lot of people's thoughts and energies and wanting to interact energetically, but you also pick up the fact that people are on their own trip. So there is a not a clash, but there is sensitivity between masculine and feminine today. So people who are very heavy on feminine um, will be feeling a lot of emotions, and those who are very masculine based, or their whole story is around the physical part of their lives. Um, those people will be kind to divert emotion. So you may get their emotion, but they are blocking it, and some people are really good at blocking it. While I was writing also today, um, one of the things that came up while I was writing was the fact that the feminine energy is empathy, the masculine energy is apathy, because the masculine sees all of life from the perspective of the physical aspect, and just as we all know, and we all need to at some point accept that the physical aspect is what is temporary. The non-physical aspect is what stays on. So, um, yeah, and I think that is something we all need to kind of keep in sync with our everyday story. So today I am kind of feeling guided to do. So if you are not feeling connected to this content, it's okay, because a lot of people will not feel, because a lot of people are masculine based, and the whole idea concept of masculine feminine has still not hit home. Yeah, today, like I told you, nothing happens by this thing, and I'm sure Diksha's anywhere. If you can just ping her and tell her I'm online. This is what I received in my delivery today, and I ordered these cards. So these are my new cards. So these are Ascension cards, and because a lot of people have been asking me and talking about the Ascension, so it was very necessary for me to kind of do a little bit of my own work with it, because I work with Ascension on Thursdays only. So Ascension and Transfiguration of the masculine and feminine, dominion, and all of those things on Thursdays. But today is a Monday, and today is all about the new moon. So it's all about starting to sow things. So good idea would be, if any of you are there and you all want to kind of take a pen and paper and do some note making, you do that. In the meanwhile, I'm just going to kind of do a bit of manifesting, because 20th we step into manifesting energy of the month of December, and it is also the last month of the year. And the good or bad thing is that this year is actually a very high vibrational year of change. So a lot of things have changed. There are a lot of pluses and minuses that have occurred, and we all need to be a little careful through this time, but I think it's all good. Where is this? I was looking for something and I don't seem to find it. Why? So yeah, so I'm gonna now pull 3 cards as always. One will be at the subconscious level, the other one will be, so I'm doing subconsciously what the new moon wants us to know, consciously what the new moon wants us to know, and the superconscious of what the new moon would like us to know. And just as I'm listening to it in my ears, it is very simple. It's the feminine card, masculine card, and the human card, I guess. So let's have some fun. Yeah, I do. Let's do that. Who all are there? Anybody there? Anybody there? Anybody there? Anybody has questions before I pull the first card? So if there are any subconscious messages that can come up, and hopefully it will get answered while I read the card. Card will be general card, but if you have a question and the angels decide to respond to it while I'm speaking, I think that will be great. While I do this. Anybody with questions? questions. I'm going to pull cards. Okay, so it's 1829. I might as well do that. And your first card. I love this difference. So the first card I'm pulling will be the 14th card, because today is the 14th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's the 14th card. Oh wow. So this new moon on the 14th of December will bring waves of prosperity. New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you. However, very clearly I'm also being told, as I say this to you, that it depends on your mindset. So you need to approach the new opportunities from the feminine space, not the masculine space. So look for a new emotion that you can explore. When it comes to the feminine, I'm just showing you the card again. It's waves of prosperity, and it is from the magical mermaids and dolphins, or the water sign. So when the angels speak, when the feminine speaks of waves of prosperity, remember, these are not physical waves from the sea. These are emotions, waves of emotions. You have the opportunity now to receive new emotions and choose new emotions. Remember, you're still in Sagittarius. Till we shift over to Capricorn, you're in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the 9th house, and 9 is the number of choices. It changes. So you can choose new emotions to feel. So if there are feelings, so here's what's coming to my thing. Maybe it's also for me. But if you're feeling the sense of being cut off or broken, or there are lots of emotions that people feel, right? So any emotions that you're feeling, what you need to do is ask for new emotions. So say for instance, with person A, you feel A, B and C emotions, correct? You're feeling A, B and C emotions. All you need to do is start working on D, E and F emotions, which means that you move from having 3 emotions with one person to now having 6 emotions with that person. Now, what is also important is that of the 3 that you can identify feeling, you can also choose not to feel 2 out of 3. Correct? But today, because it is a power faith kind of day, because 4 plus 1 is 5, and 5 is the number of faith, confidence, what you would like to do at a subconscious level is to figure out those kind of emotions you can have faith in, and use those emotions for your for your expansion. Correct? Because feminine dominion is all about thoughts, and you can imagine how complicated it is, but none of us have the ability to basically write down every thought, because we were doing that, we'd only be writing the whole day. Correct? Because I don't know, I think you have how many thoughts in a minute? 60 seconds, I think you could have 120 thoughts. I think maybe thoughts are more like your heartbeat. So okay, but so I'm coming back to saying waves of prosperity. That means you have the opportunity to choose new emotions. And I think it is very important, and I'm actually being told that it's very important, and to tell you people that it's all very, very important at this point, simply because you are shifting from the year 2020 to 2021. So this was more or less a year of balance between the masculine and feminine. And in 2021, correct, because your first 2 numbers are feminine, second 2 numbers are masculine, so you will keep the 20. So the entire decade belongs to the feminine energy. The masculine is going to keep doing his shifting. Yeah, before 2020, before the whole shift to the concept, and which is why I also keep telling you the old number systems and old systems of astrology and all of these communications have shifted, because now the masculine is shifted to number 2 and the feminine is shifted to number 1, and this happened in 2018. So 2018, 2019 is when the whole... Happy birthday, Vandana. I'm so excited that you're here. May God bless you always, always, and you know how much I love you. Mwah. So coming back to the card, so waves of prosperity. Today, make it a point to choose brand new emotions. Nobody is telling you to negate your old emotions with a person, but if you choose brand new emotions, these emotions will, over the period of till the next full moon, I don't know whenever that is, I think it is on the 29th or 30th. If somebody can check and just tell me when the next full moon is, it will be nice, because I can't do that right now. So, but choose new emotions. Very importantly, because at a subconscious level, your entire life is shaped up by your emotions. Even your physical self is shaped by your emotions. I'll share with you one thing that I noticed is that I have a certain person in my story. Correct? Now, every time this person and I connect, the energy is absolutely stunning. It is beautiful. It is everything. But that energy has an impact on my physical story as much, much more on my physical story than it has on my emotional story. And this person is more masculine dominated. That means this person's thoughts about life, thoughts about things, it's more or less about things. And this person is unable to deal with his or her emotions. Now what happens when you cannot deal with your emotions is that your emotions tend to take the forefront of all relationships. So how you make others feel depends only on how you are feeling. Like if I make you feel comfortable with life, it's because at some point I am feeling comfortable with life. If I am able to share information I receive, at some point I am able to receive that information. You see, there is a flow, and that comes from the feminine. However, there are also days when you're really jealous and you're like, if I tell them this and then what if they get better and they get better than me? That becomes a very masculine way of looking at things. However, let me remind you, as far as the feminine is concerned, she's very possessive about growth. The feminine power is to be able to grow things. Correct? Because thoughts grow into things, right? So if you have a bad thought, it grows into a bad thing. If you have a good thought, it grows into a good thing. If you have no thoughts about it, it's then strange, because then you're not human. Correct? Or then you're in deep state of meditation. Like one of my friends was asking me the other day, he said, I told him, I said, see, my superpower is being able to do for other people. And at some point when my masculine comes into balance, there'll be people who do for me. It's as simple as that. However, even in the present circumstance, there are people who just turn up because my requirements had come up. So my masculine is coming into balance, and when he fully comes into balance, I think he'll also be called a husband. I don't know. But for right now, I'm only focusing on the inner feminine and the outer masculine, which is the inner person and personality of the Panjali Rao and the outer person and personality of the Panjali Rao. I think both of us have fun. But at least we're having fun till now. Anyway, coming back to the waves of prosperity, while I was speaking, of course, and I'm sure that you were slightly distracted, but is there any questions that you have on the waves of prosperity? So I'm repeating the first card, which is at a subconscious level, is about... waves of prosperity, and the idea is new abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you, and this happens with the new moon, so which means that there will be thoughts that you will be given, and these thoughts will turn into things very soon. So just try and be careful, drink a lot of water today and tomorrow and day after, 15th, 14th, 15th and 16th, I'm being given to understand, and ensure that you are writing any thoughts that feel good, feel a little expansive and feel happy. Just write them down. That will be a very, very good idea. Correct. So now I'm going to take the second card now. The second card, which is the conscious card. Now the conscious card is about your physical life. So the conscious card will be speaking to people by their name. Correct? So your conscious card will be speaking, like when I'm drawing this card, the card is talking to Deepanjali Rao. right? Yeah. And so if Vandana is watching, this card will directly speak to Vandana, about Vandana. If Priya is watching, directly speak to Priya. So whoever, you'll need to kind of um, embrace the card and let the cards let your thoughts tell you what is next. Yeah. I don't know. I think the energy seems to be waiting for someone. There's somebody who's supposed to be on this who's not here. But here goes the card. See, I love this. Suddenly one card will pop out and be like demand my attention, which is beautiful. Now, wow. See, so now the feminine tells you about waves of prosperity. She gives you an entire insight, and the next card that comes out, it is playtime for the masculine. Conscious is all about the masculine. It's about the physical. It is about you. So it says playtime, and the card reads: the dolphins know the importance of playing, as joy creates miracles and manifestations. So what? So here's the idea. The idea is not to take anything that's going wrong too seriously, to just understand that this is part of a passing phase, and that you, the person, is very important in the whole matrix of change. That means changes cannot occur if all of us are not in this together, and a critical mass of people is required for us to make this transition from the feminine to the masculine. So the thoughts that the feminine have given you, for them to become consciously true, you need a focus, and only when you do focus can that happen. Yeah. So try new things. Okay. Sometimes when the angels speak, no, they speak and tell them. So I'm going to tell you that when they speak about playing, they don't mean physically going outside and dancing in the park. What they mean by is taking those thoughts. So write down whatever thoughts you get. This is something you need to do consciously. So you may want to take notes while I'm speaking right now. So what they're asking you to do is write your thoughts out. They're saying you don't get them in blocks that are greater than 10 thoughts. Correct? So the first 10 thoughts that come to your mind, some of them will be from your subconscious, there'll be others that will be from your superconscious, but the idea is to write them down, because when you write them down, what will happen is that you are giving them the opportunity to travel from being thoughts to becoming things. That is the most important part. You are allowing the transition from thought to thing. Correct? So play time, and time, they are reminding me to tell you that time, T-I-M-E, is trust in me. That means the miraculous energy, masculine energy, manifest energy. Any two words that you associate with the words me, you can use that. And finally, my darling Lynette Bassnett is online. I love you too. Oh, I got a heart for you as well. So coming back to conscious, please take note that I want you to use this. The card is playtime, and it says the dolphins know the importance of playing, as joy creates miracles and manifestation. So if you've had a hard week that's gone by, a hard couple of weeks or a hard month or so, remember that that was part of a humongous amount of healing that was required. So whatever pain you need to go through, ask God and the angels that you may go through it before the month, the year changes, because this year is more or less balanced between pain and pleasure. So I like that, pain and pleasure. But yeah, since this year was all about pain and pleasure, so let everything happen now. Don't stop anything. If you're thinking of, oh my God, if I say this or I do this, it's going to upset 10 people. Let it upset 10 people in the year 2020. Don't take it to 2021, because then the masculine shifts to 21, which is 2 masculine and 1 is feminine. That means the masculine is going to borrow emotions and create from that. So 21 is going to be a big year, correct? But the first 3 months of 21 is going to be about these changes occurring. And why these changes are important is going to impact you right up to the year 2029, because this is the decade of the feminine I am given to understand, and I'm being told as I speak. So the masculine will go through a lot of processes. Like just now, I assume it is Michael, because Michael does the maximum talking with me. So he's saying like you went through a whole period of transition physically. That was your masculine, because your feminine is strong. So your masculine, what your masculine does is keep channeling and changing. So masculine receives from the feminine, makes a change. So there were a lot of thoughts. So I told that I keep saying that it doesn't make a difference to me, but apparently a lot of things do make a difference to me that I don't talk about. So, but for all of us, this year has been a lot about physical changes as much as it has been about masculine changes. So just a quick being reminded right now at a conscious level to activate the healing with love and gratitude circle, which I haven't done for the first since I've begun this. But at a conscious level, since we are being asked to invest in playtime and invest in manifestation, it's a very good idea just to do a quick emotional healing so that we can get over the past. And today there are going to be slight changes in it, so wait for it to arrive. But okay, let's start with the fact that, and we're going to ground playtime for all of us. And the idea of us being able to enjoy playtime first is to kind of allow ourselves to release, surrender, let go of all the things that according to our energy didn't go our way, didn't make us feel at peace. We're now going to release people who did not love us the way we expected to be loved. We release people's expectations of us. We bring the focus back to us. And so we begin with make sure that your feet are touching the ground at some point, even if it's on top of this thing, but your feet should be touching the ground. So if you have footwear on, please take it off and let your feet touch the ground, and just imagine that you are surrounded right now by a circle of pink lights. Any shade of pink will do, but it has to be pink light. And as you breathe, you allow the pink light now to lift and become a cylinder around you, very importantly. And as you're breathing with this cylinder, inhale feminine, exhale masculine. Inhale from the nostril, exhale from the mouth. Inhale pink light. I understand that on the exhale there is grey. I don't know what color you are getting, but I got grey. So we are inhaling new experiences, new emotions, and we are exhaling old experiences and old emotions in all relationships. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to get into playtime with this moment, and just because see, we're talking to darkness, about darkness, and we're heading at 9:46 p.m. into the new moon energy fully. So this is like a prep to the new moon. And yeah, so you want to kind of just deep breathe. Inhale new emotions, exhale old emotions. Now for these new emotions to take place of the old emotions will take a couple of days maybe. I think 16th is what I'm seeing in my head as I speak, as the date where you will start seeing changes. But yeah, you inhale new emotions and exhale old emotions. Also be prepared a little bit for some kind of communication of the past, from the past, with the past, that can be let go of. You cannot accept the new till you don't let go of the old. Letting go of the old is not about forgetting the old. Letting go is about putting them where they belong, in a photo album. Correct? Putting those emotions where they belong, on a journal. Putting those emotions where they belong, in your memories. allowing new emotions and new memories to take that place. And the good news is, you don't have to do anything on your own. The angels are here to do it with you. Michael is reminding me to tell you that all you need to do is call on him and just ask him to assist you with this. Raphael and Gabriel, Raphael will be doing your internal healing while all of this happens, which means that once you have identified it, just sit down and breathe, keep Raphael in mind, and Raphael will help you heal that energy or heal that memory, heal that thought. And once that thought is healed, Gabriel, who is the angel of all communication, and I love Gabriel. And it's Gabriel's time right now, right? Jesus was Gabriel's gift. Gabriel's communication to Mary, which Mary just said yes to. And so today I ask you, like Mary said yes to, just say yes to Gabriel's promptings to you. But in order to do that, you need to kind of just spend time with you. Today I was also something very beautiful came up today, which was activate your mirrors. So that, because right now a lot of people are going to be losing out their emotions and getting rid of their old emotions. So the chances are that if you are an empath, you will by default pick up a lot of other people's emotions which you don't need, which are not yours to begin with, so you don't need to take them on. However, suggestion always is good. Activate mirrors around you. So imagine that there are mirrors around you, correct? So you have your pink light that we've activated right now. Beyond the pink light, think of it as a mirror that is not facing you, the mirror is facing them. So let each person meet there, receive what they are giving you. So if they are giving you good vibes, they will receive good vibes in return. If they are giving you bad vibes, they will receive bad vibes in return, because what they are doing is they are reflecting now back to themselves. Earlier on, what they were doing is because they understood, and I think a lot of people have done it with me, which is why I realized, which is why I get all these very beautiful gifts, really, is to activate mirrors and things like that, is because I realized that I'm going through a phase of growth myself. My birthday is coming up on the 24th. I'm going to turn 44, and that is like amazing and amusing and a lot of things. And therefore, very importantly, it is also very, very essential for me to understand that right now I don't need to draw in energy. I can just push out energy, correct? So just before I get to the third card, which is your super conscious card, I'm going to kind of take you back through the first and second. The first card is Waves of Prosperity. This is a feminine based card, which means there'll be waves of happy emotions that is coming your way, waves of positive emotions that are coming your way. You just have to be prepared. So you need to create space in order to receive new emotions, correct? Because when you receive, you allow yourself to receive new emotions, the feminine energy will create similar emotions. Now, this is very interesting. It's just being given to me to give to you. Now, when the feminine energy creates, now say suppose I, Dipanjali Rao, allow myself to receive these new emotions, and I work with these new emotions, and these new emotions manifest into something. What the feminine energy does is push it through me and give it to 5 other people. Those 5 other people use it, they get certain results, and they push it out, and that's how the new energy grows. Somebody had, I think in the last video, asked me how does this happen. So this happens by the sheer this thing of pass it on. But energetically pass it on is very different from physical pass it ons. I know, which reminds me, I'm going to miss doing Santa workshop this year. I so wanted to do it. I thought the COVID thing would be done by December. But however, there are energies that are intercepting and don't want the feminine energy to take over the masculine, and therefore they're keeping. There's a need right now globally to keep the whole concept of death alive in the way it is, and fear alive and all of that, but it's just part of the energy. So don't worry, by 2020, I think by 2021, by February, this should all be null and void, and I think we're all going to sit down and look back and laugh. Maybe then do a Santa workshop at that time. But remember that the feminine says waves of prosperity. Today is the new moon, and her perspective on the masculine is to enjoy this as playtime, which means whatever emotions you have, whatever people you have, don't take anything too seriously. Just try balancing them or have fun with them. Because what happens is that if you take anything too seriously right now, you may block happy manifestations that are meant to happen, because there are other people who don't want you to be happy. Just don't want you to be happy. Now, This third card is again, it's the super conscious card. It's the mix and match of the masculine and feminine, and this is how card number 1 and card number 2 will communicate together. So what does it mean that the waves of prosperity and the playtime combined? What is the guidance of using these two energies or these two cards together is what your third card is about. The third card, the Trinity or the Triune, is also about understanding. For example, in a relationship, there is one person, there is a second person, and when these two people are together, there is a third energy that is created. That is the Trinity energy. So understanding what the Trinity energy is really good for all of us. Correct? Because if you understand the Trinity energy, it will be very easy to understand your different relationships. Like there'll be certain people that you connect with and something bigger and more beautiful happens from it. There are certain people that you connect with and then suddenly your energy completely gets drained and contracted. There are some people that you will meet and you will feel expansive, and some people you meet and you feel this thing. So relationships are not just all love relationships. Yeah, not all love relationships. Now marriage is one of the Trinity emotions. So there is a male in the marriage, there is a female in the marriage, there are his emotions and her emotions, and they combine when it comes to a marriage. So unless you and your partner have a deeper connection at the level of emotion and level of thought and level of action, the actual energy of a marriage or a union or a wedding or being a couple, everything you associate with two people being absolutely two bodies, one soul, that does not get active. Correct? Because at the end of the day, say for instance, I am me and my partner is B. Correct? So now there is an activation that is C that is important. Correct? Because I am A, he is B, and there is C. My relationship with my niece, I am A, she is B, our relationship is C. Correct? So unless both of us are contributing to that relationship, which is 50-50% each, there is no C. So there can't be a marriage without the combination energy. So in my understanding, combination energy means I put in 50% into the relationship and you put in 50% energy into the relationship, and that's how we have 100%. Now 100% is your Trinity energy. However, if I'm contributing 75% to the energy and you're contributing 25%, that at some point is going to create the imbalance, and that 100 will not be complete, because what will happen is that either you'll be like so bloody lazy that you'll want to give me the 25% and expect me to handle this relationship 100%, right? Or I'll start getting bored and there'll be 25% that will be in limbo, and that limbo area, or I'll take just my 50%, I don't want to do your job, right? And that limbo area, that 25% that you are not willing to work on and I'm not willing to work on, is where the communication gap is born, and where, now hear this, where the third person intervention can ruin yours and my relationship. It's as simple as that. I love this piece of information and I swear I was not planning for it. So this card, the third card, apparently is going to be about this. So let's hope. I don't know. Wow. Okay. Getting a little confused now. But yeah, so what you need to understand is that in every relationship, and the most important one is with yourself, there's an inner you, there's an outer you, there's a feminine you, there's a masculine you. Because you're a physical form, you're masculine because you have thoughts and things and feelings and emotions, you're feminine, right? So there's a non-physical and physical part to you. But keep an eye on all these other relationships. So any relationships that is about union, like the word family, can mean more. If you are 4 people in your family, it means that each person is supposed to contribute 25% to completing the energy for the family. If you are 2 people in the family, it is 50-50, so you can do your math. So the more people in the family, which is why you see joint families are they have 2 people that manage the entire paltan ka energy. Or some places where they are very blessed, they have a whole paltan that is managing just their specific parts. It's like whenever I work with a team, the idea is each person in the team needs to do their part, otherwise I can't do mine. It's not like if I do mine, everybody else's work gets done. But in my case, if I do mine, then everybody else's work gets done by me. I love it so. So here goes to the third card, to the relationships and to the finale of 2020, and comes with, I hope it's a balanced card. So I'm just going to do this and pull it out. Look, I'm looking at it, so I'll have to pull it out this way. This and this. And I love you, Michelle, while I'm pulling this card. So here it goes. So now, I love this. So this is Blessed Change, and says a major life change brings you great blessings. Now, what he's telling me very clearly, not he, she. So whoever this angel is, or maybe it's just a pure feminine energy. So she says, now you mix up the waves of prosperity that are feminine, and you mix up playtime in the masculine, and what you get is blessed changes. Very interesting. So I think I just may go to Goa, according to my plan. Yeah. So the blessed changes, and a major life change brings you great blessings. So maybe it is time for all of us to kind of look at the things that have been happening too much or too little, or and kind of start figuring out as to what blessed change is actually happening. And they are making me focus on one of my relationships, and I need to allow that change to happen, and so I'm going to allow it to happen, and let's hope that it turns out to be really good for both of us. But yeah, so blessed changes in the way you think, how you feel, what you see, who you see, why you see. So, and this feels beautiful, but also the caution that not to jump, to allow it to happen. So the key word that they're telling me is to focus on things that are happening, not to make anything happen. So if anybody's got any manipulative ideas, darlings, thou shalt not go that way, because that is not going to help. Because if you try manipulating anything at this point, the only person who's going to lose is you. Coming back to the love and gratitude energy, have any of you felt any difference in the last 5-7 minutes? You should have, because I'm given to understand, but there is, so you should have felt that, because that energy is right now out and with you guys. And what they're telling me is that to activate the superconscious when you are in that when you are breathing with love and gratitude today, and specifically around 9:46. The big suggestion from the angels is to choose the words blessed change when you are doing that. So basically what you want to ground today with darkness, in darkness with the new moon, is that you receive the changes. So inhale blessed changes, exhale blessed changes. So you use this energy both inhaling and while exhaling. I'm also being given to understand, if you would like to focus on a picture, a person, or a thought or something with your eyes open, you could do that. Suggestion is always, because we are asking and we are sowing in darkness, to close your eyes and do that. No lighting candles while you're doing this. Because it's natural. We are not, so today don't light candles when you do any of this, because we are not trying to begin something, we are sowing. So no lighting any candles, preferably darkness. You can do this while lying down in bed. And the other thing that I'm being asked to tell you is that part of your playtime to dedicate your sleep. So when you how do you dedicate your sleep? Is that when you're lying down in bed, put off your phone. I got that from another friend of mine today, so I owe this. You know who you are, so thank you for that bit of that suggestion. And hopefully I'll be seeing you soon. But so when you go to sleep, switch your phone off for whatever time that you intend to sleep, and breathe with the blessed changes, inhaling and exhaling. And while you start falling off to sleep, decide to dedicate your sleep tonight and tomorrow night, and the night after that, and till whenever you feel guided to do so, to something beautiful for 2021 for yourself. Because we've also, by the way, when I did the energy report for December, it was all about activating angels for 2021, which means that you have a lot of help around you. You just need to tap into it. The other suggestion that before I leave is that I have told you this before, try and see if you can get a sheet like this which covers Monday through to Sunday, and kind of keep a track on the progress you're making on your new ideas, because it's going to take time. But my suggestion is just do as much as you can in the year 2020, so that for the next 9 years you can breathe out, because it's a 0 year. So 2020 has stood for something and nothing and everything. So next year you come into the one is emotion union, union emotion. So between your thoughts and things, 2021 is the year where things are going to start coming together. So just whatever experiments you want to do, you have 16 days to do, darlings. Just do it and thoroughly enjoy it. Okay, so now I'm going to end this session, and I just want you to know that I am so grateful that we are all in each other's lives. And I turn 44 on the 24th, and I am very, very possessive about my birthdays. Please don't forget to wish me. You wish me lots of love, luck, happiness, my wedding, the proposal, a job, and that I'm able to launch being the authentic the way the universe intends for me to do that. I want to be available to the universe to channel being the authentic in a way that the universe requires for all of us to be that person. And the authentic is not Dipanjali authentic. It is dedicated, enthusiastic, empowered, and authentic. And the concept behind being the authentic is to kind of work with people and help them make one dream come true once. So most of the time what happens is that with people is that we have beautiful ideas, but it never goes from thought to think because we're too afraid to try. And very often the more out of sync with the masculine the idea is, because most ideas are feminine, right? So they may not have a structure, they may not have a form, they may not have a lot of things. But however, because they're feminine, they have the potential to become something. Which is why, we have those deja vu and deja vu moments where you're like, shit man, I thought of this but I didn't do it. So I just want to help people not have that moment. So if you think there's something that you want to do and you think it's really difficult and you think you can't do it on your own, and you think that it's not possible, let me tell you that everything is. You just need somebody to believe in you. You need one person to believe in you, and I could be that person for you. So just feel free to comment with anything that I can help you with, and then we can set up a WhatsApp call and figure out what is the next step we can take together and how I can help you do that. And maybe after I get down to about 10 testimonies on being the authentic, we'll formally launch the brand. But till then, I'm open to experimenting with people, and if people are open to experimenting with their ideas, what the heck, we are a jodi. But so for right now, thank you very much. And before I leave, it's already 7 o'clock. So you have about 2 hours and 46 minutes. It's 8 minutes past 7. So you have 2 hours and about whatever minutes left for the new moon. And I would really, really, really recommend that each one of you take about 10-15 minutes, do your inner work, and then hand over your big dreams to the new moon like I have done right now. And I've also introduced something. Oh wait, sorry. I'm going to just pull out one Ascension card today because it's a new deck and there's nothing like... And I'll be doing most of my tarot readings with this deck. So yeah, one card is going to come from this deck, no matter which card comes from whichever other of the decks that I do have. But yeah, these are very pretty looking cards. I'm working with Diana Cooper cards for the first time. Very interesting. But she has a format in which she asks you to pull cards. But and I have my own format, which is beautiful. But however, these are pretty looking cards. Oh, very pretty looking cards. just so we keep for the tradition of today, and it's the 14th, and it's a new moon, and there was a solar eclipse, which we did not see in India, but the energy was humongous. So I don't know if anybody noticed, but it was too many people, too many issues, and you're like, run away from it as far as you can. At least I was in that mode. Yeah, so I'm going to just pull out one card from the Ascension deck, and this will be like saying hello to this deck. I've already energized it, and dude, they are like Malay Makan right now. Okay, here's card. So the card is the water card, and what a coincidence! Tomorrow is the 15th. The card is the 15th card of the deck. So we are today, and the Ascension is right. From today we are being spoken about. Wow. And today, because it's a new moon and it's a moon card, it's always suggested to drink a lot of water, which reminds me I haven't had any water yet, so I'm going to have water before I read out this card. Maybe this card in a way was a reminder, Dipanjali Rao, you haven't had any water since you started. So I'm going to drink water, and yeah, if you have any water around you, quickly take a sip. Beautiful, God bless you. So, here's what the card says. This is the first card I've ever pulled from this deck, so it's gorgeous. Ascension cards. So basically, the good way of accelerating your journey towards the light, which is now you've begun in darkness with the new moon, towards the full moon, whenever that is. I had asked somebody to check when the full moon was, but nahi hua. Right? But here the card says, water permeates everything, including the cells of your body. It carries pure divine love and special qualities that can assist ascension. Neptune is his elemental master and directs water. Ask them to cleanse emotions, emotionally based illnesses, and relationship difficulties. Exactly what our top 3 cards spoke of, right? So this is actually the power card for today. Your guidance is to bless water everywhere to bring it into the 5th dimension. Ask Poseidon to link you to the music of the spheres to access the sounds of your perfect divine blueprint and start to reinstate it. So here's the affirmation if you guys want to write it down. It is water, I love you, bless you, and thank you. I direct you to spread love around the planet. I'll repeat that. Water, I love you, bless you, and thank you. I direct you to spread love around the planet. So water, I love you, I bless you, I thank you. I direct you to spread love around the planet. Water, I love you, I bless you, I thank you. And I direct you to spread love around the planet. Let's do that. So here's the water. So I'll hold the bottle. Water, I love you, I bless you, I thank you, and I direct you to spread love around the planet. Strange that I should be using a pink bottle, wearing pink, and completely love and gratitude energy, and I'm wearing black, which is new moon darkness, but yeah, beautiful. So now that the water is blessed, I was actually getting ideas of sprinkling it around my house, which I may, but I'm going to take a sip first and kind of internalize it and then see where it goes. I just hope that there are miracles that happen after I drink the water. There are about 3 people right now who I'm in a very good action with, and I'm just looking forward to that changing once I've read this moment. I remember with my nephew, I used to do this blessed water thing, and whatever fears he had, I used to tell him, I said, put them inside and ask my Archangel Michael to dissolve all your fears. So now it is like what I've done for children is now time to do for me and for you, and yeah, I love that. I love this new deck. So if somebody wants me to do a tarot for them, you get 1 card from this deck as part of any tarot reading that I do for you. Yes, and if you want to know how much I charge for that, you can always DM me. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go and get into my own little new moon phase and new moon ritual, and I just want to tell you that I love you and God bless, and all you need to do is activate your love and gratitude energy, and it's playtime, babes. go ahead and have some fun. And may God bless you always. And it would be fun to know what any changes that did happen. And if you want my help with helping you get into a session where you can start working a little more seriously with yourself, feel free to DM me. I love you. God bless. Bye.